Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Hansen. I'm the Director of Development at Hunger Task Force, and I am really excited to give everyone a virtual tour of Hunger Task Force today. Hunger Task Force is Milwaukee's free and local food bank and Wisconsin's anti-hunger leader. Right here in our hometown of Milwaukee County, we provide healthy, nutritious, and culturally appropriate foods to a network of 70 different food pantries, soup kitchens, and homeless shelters. These programs serve the front lines of our community with dignity, and Hunger Task Force partners with them to provide food to families, kids, and seniors in need. Last year, Hunger Task Force delivered over 12.2 million pounds of food absolutely free of charge to these network programs. Hunger Task Force is also the statewide leader in hunger relief, and we partner with emergency food pantries, soup kitchens, food banks, and tribal nations across the state of Wisconsin to provide capacity for their programs so that they can feed families in unique ways that support their unique populations. Hunger Task Force feeds people in need today through our food bank, but we also work to end future hunger through our advocacy work. The SNAP program, school meals for kids, the WIC program, summer meals, senior nutrition programs, these are all programs that Hunger Task Force really cares about that help kids, families, and seniors buy food, have nutritious meals at school, and have nutritious meals at home to keep them healthy and strong. Let's go take a look at some of the other areas of our warehouse today. This section of the warehouse has a lot of the donated food at Hunger Task Force. We collect community food donations from schools, from groups, congregations, local businesses, and that plays a big part of the food that we provide to the community. Hunger Task Force's food bank is really unique in that we are a MyPlate food bank. We're actually the only one in the entire country that follows the USDA's MyPlate guidelines. And what that means is that all the food that we distribute is healthy, culturally appropriate, and is going to be representative of one of these groups that you see here on the MyPlate sign. So we really focus on healthy foods like low sodium vegetables, fruit and natural juices, whole grains, lean proteins, and low-fat dairy, because we want to make sure that kids, families, and seniors grow up healthy and strong and have access to those healthy foods just like you or I would want for our families. All of that donated food comes through right here at our back delivery door. This is the main center of food drive receptions, where we greet folks who come in who have finished their food drives. We're able to weigh their product on the scale here. We're able to print them off a thank you letter, and we're really always excited to hear that buzzer ring because it means that someone's here dropping off food for Hunger Task Force from their food drive. Our warehouse is always a really busy place, and right here we have a number of our stock boxes that are getting ready to be delivered via DoorDash. We have a great partnership with DoorDash locally here in Milwaukee, and we are able to dash over 1,000 stock boxes to low-income seniors every single day from our warehouse. Hunger Task Force's warehouse is 120,000 square feet. That's enough to hold 3.7 million pounds of food at any time, and it has over 126 lanes where we store pallets of healthy and nutritious food for our food bank supply. One of the biggest pieces of equipment that we have in our warehouse is not a forklift, it's not a pallet jack, but it's a 7,000 square foot freezer that we're about to step into, which holds a lot of the frozen chicken, frozen beef, frozen pork. During the holiday season, Hunger Task Force will distribute tons of turkeys and hams to the local community. But this 7,000 square foot freezer, which is currently at a toasty -2 degrees, is where we're going to store all of these foods that are kept nice and chilly and delivered to our partner network here in Milwaukee. You might notice as we're walking through our warehouse that a lot of the food that you see, it looks like food that you would get in the back of a grocery store. It's nice and organized, it's on pallets, it's all wrapped, and it looks much different from that donated food that we receive from the local community. All this food that you see here on this side of the warehouse comes from the USDA, the United States Department of Agriculture. And what the USDA does is that they buy up a lot of those foods from farmers and from food producers across the country. They want to make sure that our food prices in the grocery store are staying stable. So they buy up a lot of that food, and then they make the extra food available to Hunger Task Force, who can then in turn make selective purchases of healthy foods, foods that are affordable, foods that are appropriate for the families that we serve in our community, and ultimately to make sure that we're always providing a healthy and nutritious supply to the families that we serve every day in our community. So that's what a lot of this food looks like. It's from a grocery store, because it really is already palletized, it's ready and packed, and we build those orders along with our donated food to make sure that our pantry network receives a robust supply each and every day. Hunger Task Force is supported by over 15,000 volunteers every single year. They help us do everything from sort food, they work at our farm down in Franklin, and they help us build those 10,000 stock boxes each and every day. And so we're going to take a step into our volunteer welcome center here to see where all that happens. It's a little bit quiet right now, but here you can see the conveyor belt where we build those stock boxes every single day. Every volunteer group that comes in here, they all have an assigned role to pick a different type of food that's packed into the box. And then these boxes are wrapped up, they're weighed for quality control, and each one contains healthy, shelf-stable items that in particular help support low-income seniors every single month. Hunger Task Force has to have the support of 15,000 volunteers every year because we have to build 10,000 of these boxes every single month to meet need in our local community for seniors. This is our last stop of the tour. So far we've talked a lot about how Hunger Task Force feeds families, but it's also really important that we teach kids and families why healthy eating is so important. And that's what happens here in the McCarty Education Kitchen. This is a site where we invite students from local elementary schools, the coordinators from Hunger Task Force's Pantry Network and our Stock Box Network, and we teach them all about healthy eating, including how to make healthy recipes, how to try new foods that they might not have tried before, and how to shop if their budget is tight. So this is a really important program that really helps kids. It helps the families that we serve on the front lines every day, and it helps our seniors learn more about the types of healthy foods that Hunger Task Force provides free of charge to our community every day. I want to take a moment to thank everybody for watching today. This is a great virtual tour, but we would really encourage folks to come in person and see these different programs for yourself. We'd love to say thank you to the community for their support, whether it's a food drive, a cash donation, or the gift of your time as a volunteer. So come on down, stop at Hunger Task Force. We'd love to say hello and say thank you. And I just wanted to say thank you again for everything that the community does for Hunger Task Force and how they support us.